Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're back with Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, let's hop right into it. I don't really have much to say. But yeah, let me turn up the game a little bit so you guys can actually hear it and don't just have to listen to me. So yeah. We gotta talk to Warsai. A pleasure to see you as always, Laura. Thank you for answering my summons. Quite frankly, I could think of no one more qualified to... but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. That one's cute. That one's really cute. Hail to the king, Kupo. Nice. Not long ago, the Moogle Kuplo Cop visited the Elder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seedsir. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Moogle kind, one which would imperil the entire Twelveswood if left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and we would have you reprise the role in our dealings with the Moogles. The rest you should hear from Kuplo Cop himself. Yeah, he awaits you with the Elder Seedsir at the Lotus stand. Oh yeah, I could go up here. The other scions have already arrived, madam. May I show you in? Yes. Please, you have to stop them. But you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Moogles, Kupo. They're just misguided. A gentle... No, firm thrashing is in order. Yes, but no. Calm yourself, Kuplokop. Can you not see that she hasn't the faintest idea what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister. Most grateful am I that you have come, Laura, and upon such short notice, truly Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. Or ally, whoops. But you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kuplakop has brought to us news of a most unsettling development. I have to adjust my camera a little bit. It would seem that good King Moogle Mog the 12 has returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Moogle mythology. Kuplo here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time, we Moogles served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there. Unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literally endless supply of wine, Kupo. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Moogles. So good King Moogle Mog the 12, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time had come to leave Kupo. The realm of men would suffice, he said, so all the Moogles should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down. But good King Moogle Mog the 12, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do, Kupo. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. This he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. That is how we Moogles came to this land, Kupo. All of us except good King Moogle Mog the 12. May his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens so that Moogle kind might at last know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens, from what I understand, that being your reason for contacting us, yes? I'll bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea. The problem, Ida, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that Good King Moogle Mog XII is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods. Wait, you're saying a handful of Moogles with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work? What I cannot fathom... Oh, damn. With Garuda humbled and the Ultima weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take so drastic a measure? Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought onto the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by the heroics of a chosen few. To you who braved those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared but only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Moogles guard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. That fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, once they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes, come what may. I assure you, the Moogles guard only want to protect the forest from outsiders. But ever since the return of Good King Moogle Mog XII, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they've started to get a little carried away. Verging on a lot, in fact. Like the Sylphs who summoned Ramu, you mean? We cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Moogles in a manner similar to that of a primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to Mugglekind but to Gridania as a whole. Thus do we beseech you, Laura, confront Good King Moogle Mog XII and drive him from our midst. Alright. Humbly I do thank you. The sanctuary of the Moogles guard and their liege lord is concealed by magical wards. Brother Esum Yan of the Conjurer's Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. I mean, I think I remember that like the fight used to be pretty hard. Like even when you were unsynced, it was kinda hard to finish it because you had to do a certain like you had to kill the enemies in a certain way, like in a certain order. Otherwise you would just wipe, and like the king couldn't take too much damage, otherwise he would just wipe everyone, so yeah. It was kinda annoying, but I think now it's a little better. Welcome, Laura, welcome. That you should be the one to face Good King Moogle Mog XII is of great comfort. To me and to the elementals both. As I'm sure you know, the Moogles are not by their nature a warlike race, yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus does it behoove us to defeat him quickly before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. The wards bearing access to the king's sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones. The self-same method employed 5 years ago when first the king was summoned to Erzia. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the guardians who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kublai confided in me that he had been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Moogles guard themselves. Yet wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the king's sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so and dare not labor any longer, for fear that the Moogles might succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs have Kublai Kop's keystones, Laura. Pray go to him and beg his assistance. He awaits you at West Shore Pier. Impress upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield. Alright. What am I for? Lancer Guild. Oh, we also have to go to the Archer's Guild, I think. Somehow my throat is not happy with me today. I'm really sorry if my voice is a bit more annoying or if I have to clear my throat. What's the man in black? Let's just continue with the main story for now. So, how will you do it, Kupo? Oh, he told you about that. Well, if there truly is no other way, I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to Sweetbloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. Ah, they're so big. Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo. I know what you're planning and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us, by consorting with the Sviera. Imperials, Credanians, Sylphs, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo. Traitor to his kin's Moogles, he plots treason against the crown. Enough. Kuplo Kop will answer for his crimes soon enough, as will all who defy the will of good King Moogle Mog the 12th. May he reign forever. Ah. The king is planning to purge the 12th wood of his enemies. You've got to stop him before it's too late. Well, let's go then. The entrance to Thornmarch is deep within the bramble patch. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward. But be warned, the Muggle's guard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me. Escort him, yeah. Follow me, man. Thank you. Oh wait, I'm way too high level for the port. Didn't realize that it can't really attack me anyways. Wait, do I have some? Are you ready to face the king, Kubo? Then step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus, like when you are tuned to an Ephraim, Kubo. I'll open the way for you. The rest is up to you. Now go and teach those foolish Moogles a lesson and send the king back whence he came. Thornmarch. Let's go. Oh, that was fast. Just need a second healer. Please. Hey, there we go. On the 7 hells are they? Meddling adventures, I'd wager. To arms defend the king. Wait, don't we have to tank them away from each other? I guess not. Hey, it's a party. Ooh, it's the king. did it! But yeah, this is way easier by now. I want that, and I rolled a 93. Hey, nice. You did it, you did it. Good King Moogle Mog the 12th, may his mighty soul rest in peace, is no more. I shudder to think that what might have happened had you not stopped the Muggles guard when you did. Thank you, Laura. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words for them too. You should go and tell Pugnipak that the king is no more. She's with Raya O at Camp Tranquil and can relay the news to the chieftain. Alright. First I want to see what I got. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. That's cute. Alright, focus. Camp Tranquil. Do I dare believe my ears? Good King Moogle Mog the 12th, may his magnificent virtue serve as an example to us all, has fallen. All Moogle kind owes you a debt, Kupo. Ah, and I sense Raya O wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption. Your bravery and service to the 12th Sword and her Moogles shall not be forgotten, Laura. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this great victory. From the mouth of the woman responsible, pray return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to a full account of the day's events, while the details are yet fresh in your mind. So I couldn't just have gone there directly since they gave me the job. Like, I mean, wasn't that so unnecessary that I had to go here? I mean, maybe that's just me, but... Like, literally, that whole thing had nothing to do with them. Like, I didn't talk to them once for this. I mean, just in general. I never had anything to do with her. Or not really, I guess. Oh well. Laura, you are returned to us, unharmed and victorious. Thus have I two reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. Then it is as we feared. The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Moogles don't worship him for one thing. He's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of the power contained in crystal and the force of their collective fate, the Moogles called forth a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the ether which comprised him instead being scattered to the four winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every aspect the same. Which means... Ascians, this whole business reeks of their handiwork. They said it was a masked man who had taught them how years ago. But Gridania has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question. Confound it all, how many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear, so long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames. Ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation, a somber thought but a salutary one. My heartfelt thanks, Laura. Already the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. The Scions shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Hall. We knew we could count on you, my lady. Well, Ida and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the elder Seedsir. Mayhap you could return to the Waking Sense and apprise the antecedent of all that has transpired. Alright. Wait, I feel like we should change our mount again. We got the match attack. Sure, why not? And at least for now. I hope it can fly. Oh yeah, I can fly. Oh man, I always forget now that I can fly. It is good to see you hale and healthy, Laura. I received word from Ida and Papalimo that you had felt good king. I'm not gonna say the whole name again. But I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. So it was, as they said, summoned with the same methods used by the beast tribes and taught by the Ascians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the elder Seedsir of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Laura. Ooh, Philia looks like she's struggling. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are at long last ready to bid farewell to Wesper Bay. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Hall in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt it, it is still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seemed only right that I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end, Laura. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given into the care of Ul'dah. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our Order's history. Mayhap it is best that we do not forsake them entirely. Ul'dah shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Edisei shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require our assistance, I have their assurances that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Ul'dah, would you inquire of him if any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I have forgotten something important. Oh, you better not have. Otherwise, you're just proving me right all the time, Infinia, that you literally can't do anything. That's right, if this is something really important. Thou art ever welcome, Laura, but I require no assistance. Pray, take thy leave unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily, thy countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap thou thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history. Immense eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer have bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to find there the banner of his ancestors faded by the eons, and still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in shadow remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. I didn't understand a single word of what he just said. Be not offended, Laura, thy conduct hath ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength and all thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. Mayhap it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history. Would that the same could be said of... Oh. Whence came that cry, the solar, 12 forth and the antecedent? Oh no. Oh no! She died. No, she's still breathing. Nura, you must... Tell me, Louiswa, would you have done the same? Louiswa Leveilleur was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing. Hello. Oh, a white robe. An Ascian here? How? How readily you see, you're indeed gifted, antecedent. I mean, that wasn't that hard, right? But you're not like the others, your robes. Gifted, but ignorant, yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears, it has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary, unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. You speak of La Habrea. La Habrea is a warrior, he fought, he fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. Then he is still... Come, I only confirmed that which you already knew. There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. We're ready when you are, my lady, if there's nothing else. She can't see him. Is something the matter? I knew Minfilia was crazy. I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave, but I'm sure we'll soon get used to Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. It's her imaginary friend. It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift and the knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct. I do not understand. Obviously not. Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Thus did she perceive naught. So it is with all but a chosen few. Even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me. The gift grants you clarity, it grants you focus. With it you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. La Habrea did not think so highly of the Echo. La Habrea is wrong about a great many things. The Echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. And if we did, there would be no strife between our people, for we would be of one mind. I leave as I came, in peace. Antecedent, may we meet again as friends. Wait, stay where you are. I mean, yeah, he literally said nothing. He just showed up and is like, bye! Ah. And yeah, that's a good part. That's what I was waiting for. Mayhap I was indelicate. This a mercy. She shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that she survived the ardor, I wonder? Oh, she's not dead, I guess. I take it there's no need to explain. Save your concern, he did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. Sad. I heard you cry. What happened? Are you alright? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic. Satoru, man. Oh my gosh, send word to the students of Ascian. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there is any reference to an Ascian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Ascian, my lady, was that what gave you cause to cry out? I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands, yet Ascians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen? I know not and care not. Find him, Lura. Turn every stone in West Bay if you have to. Someone scared? Pray attempt me, Totoro. But I like him so far. But not that he didn't finish the show. That's kinda lame. Oh, hello. That was easy. I didn't get very far. I'm told that you're the warrior of light, but I wouldn't know for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. Just walking north, that doesn't sound too hard. Oh, excuse me. Damn. That's 4 Ascians right there. Easy. Remarkable, truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save she who bested La Habrea could endure such an examination. Well, La Habrea was a bit harder than this. Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You were a witness to my audience with the antecedent, did you not? Then you know I acted only in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Habrea. Even amongst his brethren, he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you. One so strong in the gift that she could cast us out. Your mother favors you still, that much is plain. But surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes and her strength shall soon be spent. Talking about Mom? These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. As it was, so shall it be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives, if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Elidibus, emissary bearer of the word of the one true God, and we shall meet again. Elidibus? Name sounds familiar. Back to Minfilia. Thank the gods you've returned, Laura. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive. Beg pardon, he was waiting for you. What did you do? What did he say? As it was, so shall it be again. Of when does he speak, and of what exactly? The words of this Elidibus portend much, but reveal nothing, save perhaps a measure of disdain for Lahabrea. I had hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions. Let us set aside the matter of this Ascian until after we have completed our move to the Rising Stones. There is but one final favor I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the resistance with vital Imperial secrets while feeding his paymasters subtly conceived misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believed to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the Primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, though there is much within I still do not understand. It is my hope that Urianger will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. It is all I have left of my father. Why doesn't she just give it to him? Ooh, that's a little close. I thought the departed. To what end does the linger? Here. The father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well, can I imagine the antecedents' pain? Upon mine honor, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. Nora, this is Minfilia. Forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. Once you have given the journal to Urianger, I bid you to come to the Seventh Heaven in Revenant's Toll. Tataru will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you have already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of our new Aetheryte from Revenant's Toll. After all, it is right on our doorstep. Like, I was literally here. She had to walk past and she still didn't come in here. Like, Minfilia's driving me crazy. Like, I can't with her. Nah, she was like, I have to call. Oh, Laura, you're here. Good. We were all wondering when you'd show up. As I was just telling your restive receptionist here, I'm pleased to inform you that all the documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours. Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and comfortable a home for us as the Waking Sands ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. Take that odd-looking fellow over there, for example. He's been eyeing us most suspiciously ever since we arrived. I cannot help but wonder if we are truly safe here. She doesn't even see his eyes. That man, I can't say I've spoken to him myself, but rumor has it he's come to hunt for ancient treasures in the Crystal Tower. You've seen the structure I speak of, no? It'd be hard to miss it. That massive pillar of shining crystal that looms high over the land just to the southeast of here. If the tales are to be believed, it's a remnant of some ancient civilization. The details remain a mystery, and that's no doubt why it's drawn adventurers and scholars from all over looking to unearth its secrets. The man over there is no exception, and if my instincts are true, he knows more than most. If you're curious about the tower yourself, you could do worse than to talk to him and see what he knows. Why, if I weren't otherwise occupied with my duties here, I'd have half a mind to join you. I mean, just look at it. I can scarce begin to imagine what wonders lie inside. And that's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see that our efforts do not skip a beat despite the relocation. And with that, Laura, I do believe it's time you officially announced your presence to everyone inside. The antecedent and the others will surely be overjoyed to see you. The Crystal Tower quest series is now available from the Outlandish Man. In order to progress in the main scenario, you must first complete certain quests in the Crystal Tower series. While you are granted a respite from your duties as a scion, use your time to probe the depths of the Crystal Tower and see what ancient secrets may be gleaned. But I will do those when I'm too annoyed by Minfilia. Elf, no. This should be your room. Well, it is certainly spacious. Today marks a new beginning for the Science of the Seventh Dawn, for today we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people proudly and openly. But this does not mean that we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decision. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eosia. For Eosia. Bye-bye. A moment of your time, Laura. I would speak of Elidibus. Well, hello there. Pardon the intrusion, my lady, but the matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. When every attempt to contact the students of Ascian have been met with silence, no one will respond. How odd. Allow me to try. No response. Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. No, I will not believe it. An outpost perhaps, but not their headquarters. The wards are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they would most certainly have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and the knowledge both, oh no. Contact our agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Ascian, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Elidibus. It is possible that others in the homelands are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however, they are unlike to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? Was it from a crimson-clad Ascian, perhaps? Or Ochre? Or Pews? Which of our allies would then fall silent? For a time, I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the crystal of darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope that we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Ascian menace. But I was wrong. He endures and may yet return. Upon that point, I have no doubt that Elidibus spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world their unholy machinations. I dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we do not understand, Laura. I discern them all in disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it as one. My stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray, return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything arise, you will be informed. Krile, where are you? The intercession was not foretold. You object. We question our plans, our motion, your intentions unclear. They survived the Seventh Order and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time when the veil is lifted from their eyes. And at long last they see. Still waters. Truly, there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seemed in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifests were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly tell you what that may imply. The brass blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by the lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value. If there is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest but in service to his primal, we can ill afford to wait for the blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart from Horizon at your earliest convenience. I was literally just in Horizon. Rendezvous with Yerstola when you arrive. She and Fenkrid have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. Okay, but I think I need a break from Minfilius bullshit. So I will be back in a little bit. It will be like 2 seconds for you guys. So yeah, I will make a cut here. Bye-bye. And we're back here in Horizon. If I wouldn't talk to the wrong person, and we have to meet with Yerstola. Ah, Laura, your assistance is most welcome. I have already spoken at length with the brass blades of the Rose, albeit to little avail. It would seem that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go into further detail, but your time might better be spent in conversation with Fufulupa. He is the officer charged with leading the investigation, and I would only be repeating that which he related to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours. Alright. Oh, hello there. Laura, was it? Yerstola said to expect you. Terrible business. These thefts, we have yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it may be the greater than. Damn, he got some rosy cheeks. Ah, but never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Elegant Sunway. The cart bolted off toward eastern Fenelon, where, thank the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. A speeding carriage, that would seem a curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning. Yet the Amalja do have a foothold in eastern Fenelon. And what of their cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving a report any moment now, but I fail to see what else it could. Did you miss me, friends? I'm back, but I fear I come bearing disappointing news. Or on second thought, perhaps it's good news after all. Fenkrid, wherever have you been off to? I figured you had everything under control here, so I just took a brief excursion to the east to check up on our Ul'dah friends. And wouldn't you believe it, I happened upon a runaway carriage on the way and even was able to do my small part to help my friends in the Brassblades intercepted. In all my years, I have never seen such a prodigious quantity of summoners. The Blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they've ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found. Is that so? Alas, I suppose we have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. We should reassess our options as well. Come with us, Laura. Against all expectation, it would seem the Ul'dah are innocent of this particular spate of crimes. By all indications, they have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can't fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motive were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about what it might be, I shall inform Ul'dah of our progress, or lack thereof.
Now then.
Oh, thank God, we got some voice acting again.
'Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Oh, very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's toll. Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Nice ship.
Far across the sea from the land of Domans have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
Oh, whoops. I just skipped first. I'm sorry. Oh, but it is good to see you return. I have given some thought to the matter, and I have just hit upon a most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Calm yourself, Fufulupa. What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as to how the Thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long, and then it came to me, what if there is someone among our own ranks conspiring with them, a traitor in our own midst? It would be most unfortunate if your fears proved well-founded, Fufulupa. Indeed, if for reasons of security the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored on Horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the Brassblades were informed. But such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would thieves as wily as ours risk open confrontation? Mayhap not, but neither would the concern be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret. To entrust the goods to, let us say, a lone Michote miner, traveling without escort so as not to attract undue attention. But who? Ah, I see. Yes, the concern may well elect to do that. But to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way, mayhap north of the bridge to Hermalia. A fine spot for a rest, would you not agree, Laura? You lie in wait for to the north, and I shall do the same to the south. Forgive me, my friends, but I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Damn, his sword is bigger than him. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement. Oh, I love flying. It's cute. Oh, I have to wait over here. Stubborn to the last as expected, you're unharmed. Damn, she looks cute like this. The hat, oh my gosh. A gang of sea-wolf thieves and in Fanaland no less. I suppose there is a first time for everything. Sea-wolves, all of them. Aye, and all with the same taste and facial tattoos. Blue in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. I looked so confused. Banquet, if you would be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make. To Horizon then, Fufulupa will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. On behalf of the Breastplates of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. Ah, but we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. Is that so? Then, by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private. No, I'm afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, he managed to subdue the unit of blades dispatched to detain him and made good his escape. Oh, for the love of, and how did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling that Somnus we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No, but he was quite strong, a sea-wolf. Lominson born and raised, I believe, but do not worry, we will find him. You have my word on that. I see, pray keep me apprised of any developments. She's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know, but one must follow their duty leads. Where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed, or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? The antecedent bid me tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphino waits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident, I'm not privy to the details. While you do whatever it is that Alphino has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous Brassblade, and when I do, you may rest assured that we will have our answers. Please don't be too high. Hey. Oh, flying is so much better than walking. You are late, no matter. I know where our visitors are headed. From what I have been able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You're familiar with Doma, yes? In Ul'dah. Well, like the rest of the nations of the eastern continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale. And more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire. Such information could prove most useful. We would be fools not to pursue this opportunity, do you not think? Come with me to Ul'dah, Allura. Unless I am mistaken, and I am rarely mistaken, we will find the Domans bickering with a Sultan's Reborn on the royal promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings. Insurance, if our guests are not themselves Imperial agents. It seems fair to assume that they may be being pursued by some. And if not, who better than you to have on hand in the event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do so enjoy your sparkling repartee. Repartee? Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Ul'dah. Alright. But I think I have to pause again very quick. Like, my character is really off from my position, so I'll be right back. We're back. I already traveled to Ul'dah, so you guys don't have to wait. It matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. Pray understand, good sir. We have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. Oh, damn. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us that small kindness. Away with you, and darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know not what you do. I gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears. A loyal man with a cold heart, I know this kind well. I hope that you will find me more to your liking. Alphen Olivier at your service, a friend. Which I believe makes me very nearly unique in this part of the world, at least. Few indeed are your allies in Ul'dah, yet you will need some if you wish to endear yourselves to the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associate at the quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there is aught we can do to help. To the quicksand. Not sure if you can just... Yeah, you can just jump down.
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea from the nation of Domans, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Ul'dah, Domans was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Domans was under imperial rule, did you not?
Domans is gone, razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience. We seek only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
If I may, madam, as I said earlier, we have been at sea for some several moons and our supplies are all but spent. You have not the heart to repeat the tales of our tribulations, nor would it please you to listen to them, I think. Suffice it to say, however, sacrifices have been made. Though it shames me to beg for more when you have already offered so much, desperation compels me. Good madam, if you or your associates could spare any provisions, anything at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. Else, why didn't you say so sooner, Laura? Of course I'll help. You couldn't have picked a better day to tell the truth. A wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow, see? But just sent word they can't come, meaning I've got a boatload of foodstuffs and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. Go and call on Fridery and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said to ship the little prince's order to the Waking Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them those letters. That should set them straight. Damn it. Okay, but there's a quest that I have to do. Everett is back. Oh, wait. I don't think I can really afford... Or... I mean, I won't get that many seals anyways. For now. And I'm pretty sure I will be back. Catherine? My, that's a rather odd request. Maybe you misheard her instruction. No. You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it, you mark my words. Rude. She's in the business of feeding refugees now. I ain't normally one to question Mistress Momodi's judgment, but that doesn't seem wise to me. I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man what can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry. Wow. They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now go and tell Lady Yugiri it's all in hand. I dared not hope for such magnanimity. Or magnanimity? I don't know. Much less expected. Mistress Momodi is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. Lady Yugiri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you will be pleased with his reply. You have been granted an audience. Before the Sultana and the Syndicate both, we should return to the Royal Promenade at once. Promenade. You have done much for us, Master Alphino. I swear we shall return the favor. Naught is owed, Lady Yugiri, for naught has been given. This small favor you fairly won with your words. And it is with words that you must win the favor of the Syndicate. Then I shall choose them with care. You will be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalatable will be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us in the Royal Promenade. Ah. Not gonna lie, I do feel like that back and forth. I mean, now it's alright. I mean, like, it makes sense. You know, you're like, oh yeah, I should, like, they're trying to go there and then it doesn't work. I mean, I guess this makes sense, but there's so much back and forth here. It's just kind of annoying at this point, you know? It's just way too much. Go there, go back again. You were just there, let's go again. It's... the steps in between sometimes seem so unnecessary. I don't know. I feel like it should be a little bit better thought out. Like, I know they already shortened it, but it should be more, kinda, in my opinion. A pleasure, Private Order. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting.
Yugiri of Domans, I'm honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Domans, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow.
Aren't they already struggling with the refugees that they have?
Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant?
Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think.
Well, that's ignorant.
Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred Domans Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes, the law is the law, and so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Ul'dah's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate how far the vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, Little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, Accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
As you observed, Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Oft have I wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. I will waste no more words on him, not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone, follow me to the Hall of Flames. I mean, isn't that why they voted? So, no. I mean, it's not like he was the only one that walked out. Apparently there were a few people and they all figured it's for the best. I mean, I disagree, but, you know, that's just personal. And then you don't have to vote if you can't live with how the vote ends, right? In my opinion. The Syndicate has spoken and I see no point in moving that the matter be reconsidered. The Monitarists have made their position clear. Agreed, Ul'dah is not an option. Nor are Limsa, Dominsa or Gridania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs. Which leaves our Doman friends confined to a ship. Gods, the thought of them huddled in an airless hold with no hope of better treatment. Would that I had more time to find an alternative, a place not bound by the concerns of the great nations. Aren't we literally in a place where we're not bound to the three nations? Winfilia, that is precisely what I wish to discuss. I understand the Syndicate's decision, I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours. Especially when we believe it to be under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time, a week mayhap, or even just a few days? Excellent, I shall keep you informed. Lady Yugiri, I have a proposal if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphino. The headquarters of my order, the Science of the Seventh Dawn, stands in a place called Revenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action and lacks the comforts of more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of Revenant's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, we have need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands. Hard labor, lest you doubt, to have not safe food and shelter, by way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself propose, Lady Yugiri. Though I will not hear a word said against our beloved Ul'dah, Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us all, we shall gladly accept. Master Alphino, once again, I find myself in your debt. Pray, do not thank me, my lady. The life of your people is one of hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. And before that, there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Revenant's Toll, which will be no small feat, considering the distance and their present condition. Mayhap the Ul'dah Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there and on Laura. Lady Yugri, if you and your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the Immortal Flames can provide. You know, I feel like, what about all those people in Little Alamigo that just have to stay there and, like, you know? I mean, aren't they, like, living in literal trash? Because they have literally no life whatsoever. But now they're like, oh, people from Doma, we have to help them. They're so special. I don't know, it just seems kinda messed up, in my opinion. We are concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey to Revenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Momodi has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such time as they are ready to set out for Mordona. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength. What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught that the Immortal Flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. Were it a smaller number, mayhap it would go unnoticed, but the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordona. When government fails to act, the responsibility falls to us, private citizens. I will engage the services of the 77 caravans on the Domans' behalf. Very well, we should begin contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. After all that has befallen these good people, it is the least I can do. Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Ul'dah, Lady Yugiri. And you're in Revenant's Toll, my lord. Yeah, I was wondering, isn't that dude rich as hell? Like, I mean, for sure he could just get all of them there, you know? Well, it sounds like we all have work to do, Lady Yugiri. Let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we? I would entrust the task of escorting our Doman friends to you after you have rested your own road-weary legs. Of course. What say you? Yeah, sounds good. Yugiri. Okay. Well, I guess we will continue this next time. But thank you so much for watching. Obviously leave a like if you like what you see. Subscribe if you want to see more. I try to upload every single day. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye!